Hello there. My name is Allison. I'm also known as I Am a Blasphemous Bitch on Tumblr. I am making this video because I had someone anonymously ask me on Tumblr to do some makeup tutorials. They wanted to know how I do my eye makeup and my contouring. And I had also gotten a message in the past, someone asking how to do my eyebrows, or how I do my eyebrows, I should say. And I'm a terrible procrastinator. I'm fucking awful. And finally getting around to doing a video. I do plan on going more in depth in future videos, doing a video specifically on eyebrows, a video specifically on contouring, you know, that sort of thing. But for this video, it's just, well, it's gonna be everything you see here. We're gonna start out with my foundation and my contouring already done, but I'm gonna show you how to do the eye makeup and lipstick. So, without further ado, I hope you enjoy the trip, and thank you for watching. Let's begin! So, just to let you all know how this is gonna go down. As I go, I'm going to be listing off what products I use, and I'm also going to list them in the description box underneath my face for y'all to read more in depth or whatever. I'm going to try to stay in the light as best as I can. I have this light set up across the room for me that's like a fucking spotlight just beaming into my eyes. Hopefully this helps y'all see better. Hopefully I don't put my face in any kind of shadow, because if I fuck up this video then I've been blinding myself for no goddamn reason. Hope it goes well. So first, as you can see, I have a little bit of makeup on currently. So I have already primed my face. Well, first I washed my face, I toned it, and I moisturized it. All that shit is very important. After that, I put on Urban Decay's face primer, and then I put on Urban Decay's primer potion on my eyelids and like my nose area, and also like my cheekbones. I put a little bit extra, you know, primer on the cheekbones just because, you know, I know a lot more product is going to be going there. I like to have like all the confidence I can and the longevity of my makeup. Because I am not the kind of person that is going to be reapplying anything throughout the day. It's like, I'm gonna put it on once, and it better fucking stay on my face. Otherwise, it's not happening. Then after the primer, I put foundation on, you know, one that's my natural skin tone. And then over that, I use Ben Nye Clown White makeup with a sponge applicator, and put that on. And then I use Ben Nye's white and the neutral set finishing powder. I mix those together because I find that works the best for me. For the contouring, well, for this entire look, I'm going to be using Vida Loca by Kat Von D. So all the contouring was done with these colors. For today, I used Muse, a little bit of Echo, Dark Wave, Hyper Ballad, Strutter, Molder, Noble, a little bit of Anthem. Quite a few colors going on there. You gotta do what you gotta do. For the rest of this, I'm going to be using this palette also. Well, mostly. There are a couple things that aren't from this palette, but obviously I'll let you know as we go. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to put white eyeshadow all over my eyelids and like my brow bone area. I'm using a color called Crisp by Aromaleigh Cosmetics. It's a mineral makeup company. I've been buying from them for, I don't know, about like 6 or 7 years, and I was actually turned on to them because Emily Autumn did some like advertisements for them years ago, and I was like, I like her and I like makeup, so let's check it out. And I'm glad I did. They are very pigmented, very easy to blend since they are mineral makeup. Just applying this all over the place. I want this stuff to stay put all night, all day, all night. So I try to take every step I can to ensure that it will be there as long as possible. Now that you've done that, I'm going to take this kind of crease brush, I guess. I'm going to mix some colors here to contour the bridge of my nose and like my eye sockets and that kind of area. So I'm going to be using Echo, Muse, Hyper Ballad, Strutter, Noble, Molder, because for this entire look I'm planning on going for greens, blues, purples, that kind of color scheme, you know, oil slick, peacock feathers, that kind of thing. That's my shit. That's my color scheme for life. As you can tell, it's not like my hair is all of those colors or anything. But, so, anyway, let's get to contouring. So, basically, I'm just tapping the brush in each of those colors just a couple of times, just to pack a little bit of color. The lighter colors, you're going to use more of, and the darker colors just, like, you know, poke your brush into it once, because they're going to be much more obvious than the lighter colors. You don't want, you know, just like straight lines around your nose, because that's not exactly what we're going for. I start on in my eye socket where my eyebrows are going to begin. I start to bring that down into the bridge of my nose. A little bit at first. I'm gonna pack some more color on there. Again, the same colors that I mentioned. I'll start out with the lighter colors and then start to put the darker ones on top of it, just to build on top of it, because, you know, obviously you can put more product on your face, you can't take it off. You gotta use this shit sparingly. Follow the natural contours of your face, just where the shadows would naturally fall. We're exaggerating them quite a bit, but it's the name of the game. Then I'm also going to like bring that down into this crease in my nose here, just so that way it doesn't have an abrupt ending to the contouring. Because personally I find that looks a little silly. But you want to be very careful, because you don't want to make the contouring too thick around little corners of your nose. Keep blending that out. You want it to look as natural as it can. You know, obviously we're not going for a natural look. This isn't exactly what you would call wearable by most people's standards. But I'd fucking wear it out. I do. I guess you wouldn't be watching this video if you weren't into that kind of shit, so, yeah. Alright. So, got a little bit of contouring here. I'll put a little bit more white on the corner of my nose. I did a little bit more than I wanted to. See, like I said, be careful with that shit, because it's really easy to go overboard. But it's nothing we can't fix. Now that looks a little better, we're gonna move on to the next step. First, I usually start with my top eyelid. We're going to use this U-shaped brush. It has pretty short bristles, so that way you can get a lot of pigment packed in there. I fucking love this brush. It's really good for blending. I generally start out with the lightest color that I'm going to put on my eyelid and kind of just blend it out towards my brow bone. Later on, when I do my eyebrows, I'm going to put a highlight color underneath my eyebrow and blend that down into whatever eyeshadow I do up here. So if it looks not as blended or a little harsh at first, That's why I'm gonna fix it. We are going to start with vinyl. So you're just gonna pack some of that on there. Start at the lash line and then start working your way on up. So you want it to be the most concentrated towards your lash line. And then you want to fade it out as you go up. I like to do each step on each eye. I do this on one eye and then do the same thing on another, and then the next step, and then the next step. I'm not one of those people that can do an entire eye and then replicate it on the other side. Like, that's fucking nuts. I don't know how people do that. Alright, so you're just gonna blend this green on up. Start to bring it into the contouring that you did earlier. And make sure also that you have the same shape going on each side. Alright, so now that's all the way up to my brow bone, and I'm blending it into this top arch, taking it down into the bridge of my nose. Alright, I'm going to do that on this other side. Bring it on up and over. Blend that shit in. And bring it on down. Let's go over the contouring again to soften the edges. Alright. I hope you can pick up the colors. I know this webcam isn't the best. It's only 720 pixels, so. That's all I got right now, though, so that's what you're gonna have to deal with. Sorry. I hope you can see this, like, pale green color that's on my eyelids. We're gonna move on to the middle color, not the darkest one, but the one in the middle. And that is going to be Misfit, which is like a camo green. And then again, starting at the lash line and moving on it. I like to concentrate it the most, again, on the lash line and then on top of my eyeball, and then blending it out from the crease. I do make my crease, you know, quite a bit higher than it naturally is, because, truth be told, I have very small eyelid. Because I shave my eyebrows, it means I'm afforded a little bit more space to work with, which is one of the main reasons that I shave my eyebrows. Not only that, but I have a lot more, you know, variety. I can literally draw on my eyebrows in any way I want to, in any color that I want to. And that, my friends, is freedom. You're just gonna keep on blending this up. You don't want to completely cover the light green, because like I said, you want like a gradual fade from the darker color to the lighter green to the white of the highlight. Make sure again that the shape is the same on both sides. I like to make these corrections as I go. Nothing's worse than doing something on your eyes and then like pulling back and being like, oh fuck, this angle is completely different than that one. I don't know, it ruins my fucking day. I'm just trying to help you out. So you're just gonna pull it into your desired shape. Normally what I do is I follow the angle of my bottom eyelid, so how it like goes up here, I just kind of keep on going with that and like fade it out towards my hairline. You can see I'm doing the same thing on this side. This is the general shape that I do for my eyeshadow, just because it's a shape that works for my face. You know, you're gonna have to figure out what works the best for you and what your angles are and whatnot. Just gotta study your face, man. This is with the medium green blended into the light green. So now you're going to take Hyper Ballad and Lemmy. I'm also going to be putting just a skosh of black metal, which is black, just to darken it up a little bit. Because Lemmy and Hyper Ballad are pretty dark, but I want it to be a little bit more intense. First, I'm going to just take Lemmy and Hyper Ballad and then dab a little bit of the black metal on top. Blending it up onto my eyeball. Do the same on the other side. So I'm gonna do dark wave, this dark blue, and then black metal. See how that turns out. And I'm just gonna concentrate this on my lash line only, because I only want this to be like really dark around my lashes. Now the lash line of the other side. I'm blending that up onto my my eyeball here, mixing it with the Hyper Ballad and Lemmy that we laid down earlier. Woo! That light's fucking tripping out. Like every once in a while it gets like super intense and I'm just like, ah! Oh my god. God, you can't even fucking see anymore. There we go. Alright, there we go. I've blended it in a little bit. So now, I do want it a little bit darker, actually. Not dark enough for me. Obviously, I'm like going through puberty again or something. I don't know what the fuck is with that like crackly voice. Then we're gonna go over it with Misfit again, which is the like camo green, just to further blend everything together. Now the other side. And then I'm blending it into the bridge of my nose just to bring a little bit more of the green down here. This is what we have so far. Exciting, isn't it? We're going to do the bottom eyelid. So for this, I think I'm gonna go with let's do turquoise. Yeah, do like turquoise on the inner corner and then like a purpley blue indigo, if you will, on the outer corner. We're gonna do the lighter color first, and I'm using Synth, another short bristled brush. It's actually the brush that comes with the electric palette from Urban Decay, which is another excellent palette, by the way. One of my favorites. So I'm just going to be putting this on the inner half of the bottom eyelid. So you're basically doing this. I'm gonna go over that again because I like the colors to be really bright and saturated, especially this this color. I mean, it's fucking crazy pigmented to begin with. Any chance I can get to play that up, I'll take it. You're just gonna pack that in and kind of bring it out to the outer corner because you're gonna be blending the darker color over it anyway. And you want a little bit of that, like kind of peeking through, because you know, again, to bring it all together, to marry everything. So now that the inner corner is done and sufficiently for me, I'm going to make dark wave and echo, and then I'm gonna put that on the outer corner of my bottom eyelid. Gonna pack that in really close to the lash line. Ooh, that's a really pretty color. I like that. Just gonna pack a little bit more on there. Kind of blend it into the turquoise, bring it in towards the middle. And try to make sure that you blend it into the same point on both sides, you know? It's not like a third of this eye is purple, but half of this eye is purple. You know what I mean? It looks a little silly. I usually use my, the middle point of my iris is where I stop, or for whatever colors I'm blending underneath my eye. So, I'm going to be blending this purple and blue toward my outer corner a little bit and kind of bringing it up into that green that's on top. You don't want just an abrupt end to it, you know, just like purple. I always try to blend everything. I try to make everything look cohesive and purposeful. So then usually, you know, I bring that a little bit onto like my my upper lid towards my lash line, almost making like an eyeliner shape with you know, the purple that I'm bringing up from the bottom. Blend that out. That's what we got. We're going to work on eyebrows. So for this part, I'm just gonna speed it up a little bit, and I'm not exactly gonna be explaining too much of the process. But like I said, later on, you will be getting further instruction on that. Here we go!
I find your gun. There should be grief, but I feel none. I'm trying to leave the night behind. I hardly get my thoughts in line. But there is one thing I could say. It seems I'm glad I find your gun.
My eyebrows are finished. As you can see, they are deliciously angry. The next step is false eyelashes. Oh, actually, I lied. There's one step before that. So, I am going to blend my eyebrows into my eyeshadow a little bit. So, I'm going to take Dark Wave, Echo, and Hyper Ballad. Just gonna drag straight through my eyebrows down into the contouring on the bridge of my nose, just so that way the inner edge doesn't look as harsh and it looks like it just kind of fades into the contouring here. I think it looks pretty snazzy that way. You want to blend it in so you can almost not see the bottom inner corner of my eyebrows. You see how they kind of just like fade into my eyeshadow now rather than being as obvious? Bring that down. Now we can do false eyelashes. I was getting a little ahead of myself. Eyelashes, when you put the glue on them, you want to let it sit for a second to kind of get tacky before you try to put it on your eyes, because otherwise the glue will be way too wet and it'll just fucking slide all over your eyelid rather than actually sticking to it. I'm just gonna put a thin line of glue on these eyelashes here. While the glue on this is getting tacky, I'm going to use that time to line my waterline. So I'm going to take MAC Fluid Line in Black Track and a angled brush, a small angled brush, a MAC brush actually. I don't know what number. And this is all obviously not a brush that I use on other people, just myself, which is why I'm putting it in my mouth. I know it's very unsanitary. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna put this shit in my eyeball, and you can't stop me! Ha! Let's start with the bottom line here. Kind of smudge it out on your lash line too, so that way the black line isn't as harsh. It's not just like black, blue. This whole look, while it is very vivid in color, still soft as far as like everything's blended together. There's no harsh edges anywhere except for my eyebrows, but you know, that's a given. Just gonna line the waterline on both sides, and hopefully this glue should be tacky enough by now. that was relatively painless. You're gonna let that chill out and dry for a little bit. So we're gonna get the next eyelash, do the same damn thing. Just gonna put a thin line of glue. Alright, while that is going, I'm going to take this liquid eyeliner. It is by NYX. It is a matte liquid liner. I am going to do what I call sparrow beaks. Basically it's just, you know, the little pointed eyeliner on the inner corners of your eye. I just like to call it that because they look like little baby sparrow beaks. So cute. Gonna bring it up onto your upper eyelid a little bit on the inside, and see how I just did a line connecting. Now I'm gonna connect it on the with my bottom eyelid. I'm just following the shape of my eye, bringing it out a little bit to kind of blend it in. So again, it's not just a harsh, abrupt line. And I haven't, you know, sharpened the inner corners yet, but I'm not going to do that until I have the other side done too, so that way I can make sure they're completely even. But I am going to put some eyeliner on top here to go right over the base of the eyelashes. It just looks like I have some thick eyeliner up top and not like I'm wearing these giant ass eyelashes like I actually am. So you see how it looks a little bit more seamless that way. That's what we're going for. So the glue on the other eyelash should be tacky by now, so we can put this one on. So we've got the eyelash on the other eye, and obviously the glue hasn't dried yet, that's why you can still see the white gaps. Now we're going to do the sparrow beak on the other side. Again, just take a little bit of product off of the brush. And now that I have both of them laid out, I'm going to make the inner corners a little bit sharper, a little bit more angular. See how that inner corner is nice and sharp. So we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. And when your eyeliner doesn't cooperate, just make it bigger. That's always the best solution, right? Right? Now that they're actually finally even, I'm going to again put some eyeliner on top of the eyelashes. And if you accidentally make this line thicker, then, you know, go back on the other side and correct it. Now we've got our full eye makeup look. Now, all that's left is to do the highlight under the eyebrows. We're going to go back to our Vida Loca palette again, and I'm going to take a couple pats of skulls. It's this this really shimmery white, and put that right underneath my brow bone, right underneath, and then I'm going to like bring it down into the color. So that way, if there are any harsh edges, they will be gone. Take some more, drag it down into the color for more blending action. Do the same on the other side. So as you can see, that helped blend things out a bit, and you know, gave everything a softer appearance. We're going to put a little bit of mascara on. So I put it on my bottom lashes just to give the bottom eyelid a little bit more definition, because I feel like especially if you're going to be putting eyeshadow on your bottom eyelashes, the color is obviously going to get on your eyelashes and make them appear that much more insignificant. So putting a little bit of black on them definitely makes them stand out, obviously. I am pretty sure I've said obviously like 50 fucking times in this video. Putting on mascara with your false eyelashes helps blend them in. And okay, because like if you don't put mascara on, you're going to be able, like up close, you're going to be able to see your natural eyelashes underneath. If you put mascara on and kind of blend them into your unnatural ones, then no one's the wiser. Although, you know, anyone believing that I have like these massive eyelashes naturally is fucking delusional. Now that the eyes are done, we're going to move on to the lips. So this is Sea Witch by Pretty Zombie Cosmetics. They are actually one of my favorite liquid lipstick brands, and I will hawk liquid lipstick until the day I fucking die, alright? Oh man, it's the best. I do the inside first, and then I do the outline after, because the inside, you don't really have to be too precise with it. The outside, obviously you do, especially with liquid lipstick, where once you fuck up, you can't go back. Let's not fuck up. Alright, see what I'm saying about general shape? Obviously, that's not how they're gonna end up. From there, I work on perfecting this shit. So generally, I do my bottom lip first. I find my bottom lip to be a lot easier than the top lip, because for my bottom lip, I follow my natural lip line, because I have a fucking fat bottom lip. I don't know why, but my bottom lip's just like and then the top one is just like a normal lip, just chilling. I draw my bottom lip as it is, and then the top one I kind of, you know, cheat on a little bit. Don't tell anybody. That's the bottom lip. Now for the top lip. The pain in the ass lip. We've got Sea Witch, which is a nice deep royal blue. That's pretty much it. Yes, this is it. You know, this is a full face of makeup from start to finish. Well, not exactly start to finish, but I'll be going more into depth with things in upcoming videos. But for now, I just wanted to do a full face for y'all to kind of get a feel for what's to come. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful, and if you didn't enjoy it and you didn't find it helpful, that's too fucking bad. I don't know what to tell you. So until next time, my darlings, keep bit creepy.